Have you ever seen how a huge offshore platform is moved, which has become one of the tallest and heaviest objects in the history of cargo transportation? Meet Asta Hansteen, the biggest spar platform in the world. The height of the platform is 339 meters and the weight is 70,000 tons. To understand the scale, the length of Asta Hansteen is equal to the height of 3 statues of Liberty stacked on top of each other. With its size and unusual shape, only one ship could carry this platform over 26,800 kilometers, or 16,600 miles from the construction site in Korea to Norway. And this ship is called Dockwise Vanguard, owned by Boskalis. Such semi-submersible heavy vessels are over 200 meters long and about 70 meters wide. They are capable of carrying up to 123,000 tons of cargo, thanks to one hidden but important feature. Their decks drop 27 meters underwater, allowing them to dive under heavy cargo and haul it aboard. And since the vessel does not have a bow, a non-standard shaped cargo is placed on the deck, which is perfect for the Asta Hansteen platform. After almost 2 months in the water, moving at a speed of 24 kilometers, 15 miles per hour, Asta made it to the Norwegian fjords. There she was towed into place and filled with 11 million gallons of water to lower. The spectacle turned out to be truly impressive, and the transportation operation itself became one of the largest in history. Bagger 288. If you don't know this name, then you have simply never searched on the internet what vehicle is the largest self-propelled machine in the world. Of course, we're not talking about some kind of truck or jeep. We are talking about a bucket wheel excavator, which was produced by the German company Krupp. They use such a cool installation for mining and digging trenches. Oddly enough, but such a large escalator was built relatively long ago, already in 1978. But even though time passes, it remains the largest in the world to this day. To transport this colossus, a large number of electric motors are used, the power of which is estimated at tens of megawatts, which is equal in power to the energy consumption of a small city. Every time an excavator is sent to a new area of work, the transportation operation instantly arouses unprecedented interest among ordinary citizens. For example, this happened in 2001. Then the excavator covered a distance of 22 kilometers, 14 miles to a new quarry. The path ran through fields, small highways and rivers, power lines and even one railway line. In order for everything to be successful, some sections of the road were specially sown with grass, some were covered with sand or covered with rubble. As a result, the excavator covered the distance in just 3 weeks, unhurriedly but confidently. The U.S. Space Shuttle Endeavour, built in 1982, made 25 flights in 19 years and retired in October 2012. The people of California had the opportunity to watch his last journey to his destination, the California Science Center in Los Angeles. 400 trees were cut down to clear the path of the heroic shuttle. At a speed of 2 miles per hour, the spacecraft sailed through the streets of the city under the gaze of admiring spectators. China has recently built the most unusual skyscraper, Raffles City Chongqing. Investors called it an architectural marvel. The area of this skyscraper is about 1.12 million square meters. Its peculiarity is that it consists of 8 towers that are connected to each other at the top. The horizontal skyscraper is a transparent gallery and is located at a height of 250 meters. Its length is 300 meters and it can receive about 3,000 visitors a day. This celestial bridge weighs about 40,000 tons, of which 12,000 are glass. The construction process itself consisted in lifting huge parts of a skyscraper to a height of 250 meters. This was one of the largest skyscraper construction operations in recent years in China. Its design is slightly curved. Thanks to this, people on top of the building have a breathtaking view of the city of Chongqing, almost from a bird's eye view. In some sections of the observation deck, the floor is transparent, so you could admire the city even looking at your feet. Construction of the 8th and final skyscraper was approximately $3.8 billion. The structure is part of the Raffles City project, which includes a 220,000 square meter shopping mall, hotel, offices, and residential apartments. American Tim Brown managed to drag his huge old house as much as 900 meters. This miracle cost him a tidy sum, $400,000. The area of the house is 480 square meters and it is still suitable for living. However, the owner was more interested not so much in the house as in the land on which he stood. Tim's plans included building a high-rise building on the site of the old house. At the same time, he was not ruthless to history, and to destroy the house of the Victorian era, his hand did not rise. For this reason, the man organized such a grandiose move, thereby freeing up the necessary space for himself and preserving that historically important and beautiful object. It took Tim and his assistants 8 years to prepare for the move. There were at least 600 people overseeing the move of the house. In 2016, elevator manufacturer Mammoet introduced a new heavy transport system that will change the industry: Trailer Power Enhancer. The simulation demonstrates how these hydraulic generators and modified trailers outperform conventional transport operations. Instead of using some heavy-duty trailers, Mammoet suggested that trailer-mounted boosters would hydraulically drive 4 of the 6 axles. Each engine generates 1,000 horsepower and more than 40 tons of tractive power. This propulsion will eliminate the need for multiple trucks while maintaining the ability to negotiate steep slopes with a heavy load. What's more, the generators can be attached to separate trailers, allowing long loads to be carried on 2 trailers and maneuver around steep curves. Amplifiers are already in active use around the world. The all-weather-ready power amplifiers can operate in temperatures ranging from -40 to +50 degrees Celsius. If you've seen wind turbines, you've probably seen them from afar. These gigantic structures can reach over 90 meters in height, and special blades that are attached to them no less. But given that these parts are often made in economic centers like China, how do they get on hills and mountains around the world? In 2019, energy company Vestas loaded 156 of the latest V120 blades onto the Chongqing heavyweight vessel, the largest in its class. With 6,000 square meters of loading space, this giant stack is larger than a standard football field. Each blade was 60 meters long and weighed 12 tons. Due to such large blades, only one loading process took a whole week. Only then was the ship able to start the 18,500 kilometers, 11,500 miles journey to Ferrol in Spain. The ship sailed on January 8, but arrived at its destination in mid-February. But how do the blades get to the tops of hills or even mountains? It takes reliable heavy-duty semi-trailers and retractable trailers. But what about the turns on the highway with such a long load? And don't trucks risk hitting trees or fences on the side of the road? Everything is taken into account. The routes are carefully planned. Trees, fences, and even lights at some corners are removed before the blades are transported into place. In addition, the trailer has autonomous control, which means that it follows the trail of the truck without requiring manual control. With no additional wheel axles in the middle, this allows trucks to make steep 90-degree turns without going off the road or into a ditch. But what if getting to the place is more difficult and the path is full of steep roads, cliffs, and sharp turns? Trailers with adapters for wind turbines help here. They are equipped with a 360-degree rotating vane hydraulic lifting system. By adjusting the center of gravity and the angle of inclination of the load, these blades weigh 88 tons each. Some trailers are capable of carrying blades 70 meters long and can easily navigate the steep slopes and sharp turns of the Chinese mountains. In this project in the city of Hejin in Shaanxi province, each of the 20-ton blades was transported around steep curves and slopes, and they reached their destination 3 hours later. Write in the comments what cases of large-scale cargo transportation do you know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Karo Show channel. Also watch our previous videos. Goodbye.